Okay, part 4, here we go. I meant for the previous video to be a bit longer because I really did want to finish out the rest of the first shelf here, but it goes past 30 minutes, I start getting a bit tired. But anyway, I'm rambling. I made the mistake in the previous video, I thinking this was the first American Guinea Pig movie. It's not. I always forget that because the first one has yet, to my knowledge, hit Blu-ray. So, I mean, I do have the first American Guinea Pig movie on like a really nice, big collector DVD box set sort of edition. But no, this is actually, it's part 2, 3, and then part 4, I guess you could say. So anyway, moving on, that was my mistake. I left off on these amazing sets by Arrow. I don't know if they're going to continue on with these box sets. The American Horror Project, Volume 1 and 2. Shoot, these are no-brainers. Gotta have these. And I like every single one of these movies. So, yeah. Finally a few box sets I'm running into that I've actually watched all these movies, and every single one of those they're on DVD at one point or another. So moving on from these box sets, these are amazing. Gotta have these. I hope they do continue on with this series. I'm not sure if Arrow will do a volume 3, etc., but yeah, these are great. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Okay, let's see. The American Horror Stories. Big fan of this show. As far as on Blu-ray, I've got up to season, what is this? What season is this? The complete season, what is that? 6. So season 6, Roanoke. Probably my favorite out of all of them. It's either the Carnival or well, Kevin was all right. Either the Carnival or the Freak Show one, or no, I should say the hotel one was awesome. So maybe when this series is done, they'll maybe re-release like a nice collector's box set. That would be amazing, kind of like what they did with the Walking Dead series when that finally finished off. Who knows? Who knows with American Horror Story? But anyway, fan of that show. After that is American Mary, which is a good one. Gotta have this one. Let me there we go. Gotta have that. Great movie. Yeah, the Soska sisters put out some real bangers. I don't know what they're currently up to nowadays. I'm not, probably just to make it easier on me. Well, that's not too packed. I'll just keep that in there. All right, after that is a fun one, American Mummy. Enjoyed this one as well. Comes with the Blu-ray, just a regular 2D, and then a 3D version. I don't have 3D, so I've never experienced this in 3D. Sorry about the glare, guys. Yeah, I've never experienced this movie in 3D. Maybe it's a lot of fun. I'm not sure. From Wild Eye. So that's American Mummy. All right, after that is American Nightmare. I only watched this once when I had the DVD. I no longer have that DVD since I got this upgrade. Released by TerraVision. This one was okay. I didn't mind it, from what I remember. I have yet to watch this new Blu-ray edition, which is really nice. I believe this is TerraVision. Yeah, TerraVision. American Nightmare. Okay, after that is American Rickshaw. Really weird, but cool. I dug it. I've seen this one for the first time thanks to Cauldron. Yeah, I really dug this one. It's got Donald Pleasance in it, I believe, from what I remember. Or am I thinking of another one? Yeah, okay, it is this one. Just remember it being a bit out there, and it's another one of those movies that used to be bootlegged a lot back in the day. Just finally happy to see this get rescued from obscurity, because it's definitely another one of those that I've been curious about for forever. And yeah, I dug it. American Rickshaw. After that is a good one, American Psycho. The 4K uncut version. I need to watch this particular edition. I have yet to watch this actually on 4K. I've had this movie several times. It's a fun one. I dig it. So that's American Psycho. Next one is American Scream. Yeah, American Scream. The American Scream. I forget. It goes by something else. I don't remember. Another one from Culture Shock. I really like Culture Shock, so and I hope this label is doing okay nowadays. So yeah, it's another label I really dig. So Culture Shock, they're not strictly horror. I think they talked about putting out some like some sort of obscure 80s comedies and whatnot. So they're kind of putting out, they're kind of dabbling into multiple genres, which is cool. But just another company I try and pay attention to, Culture Shock. Pretty cool. So let me probably, just so I can get this out, I'm kind of getting way down in there. That's the only problem with like how I have some of the movies towards the end. This is going to start getting a little challenging once I get through each, or at least when I'm on the step stool. All right, let me put that right here. Okay, and then this amazing edition, I believe this is the 4K, yeah, 4K edition of An American Werewolf in London, thanks to, again, this is Arrow Video. Beautiful, gorgeous set. I love the newly commissioned art. Classic movie, American Werewolf in London. It's just another one of those movies you gotta have, so good stuff, gotta have it. So, yeah, I dig it. Good stuff. Amazing. I have several other. I've lost track of how many times I've heard. I'm sure you guys can say the same thing. You've lost track of how many times you've collected this movie, but it's just an all-time classic. Rick Baker goodness, and yeah, good stuff. But the special effects, that's what I mean. Let me leave that right there. Okay, next after that is still on the American titles. American Werewolves. Pretty cool. I've yet to watch this. I need to get around. That's another one I need to get around to watching. After that is kind of a misspelling, a sort of play on American Holocaust. Another indie roughie. Gets pretty brutal. Yeah, I watched this one from the sleaze box. So let me take these back out and put these right here for now. Okay, just so I can get to this stuff. This is amazing. The Amicus collection, good stuff. Comes with the Vault of Amicus, great documentary. The Beast Must Die, awesome werewolf movie. And Now the Screaming Starts, really cool. I'm trying to remember that one. I have seen it, but it's been a while. And Asylum is awesome, another awesome horror anthology. Good stuff. The Amicus collection, gotta have it. Another awesome release by Severin. Good stuff. Let me put that right there. I think I can still get to these movies. Let's see. Amigo. This one was a trip. I enjoyed this one. This was a blast. This was one of those blind buys I'm glad I did take a chance on. This is released by, ooh, I can't ever say that. I know this is another one of the partner labels from Vinegar Syndrome, I believe. Yeah. Or is this, it's got Raven Banner on there in conjunction with how do you say that? You guys know. You can see that right there. I believe I got this from Vinegar Syndrome. It's been a long minute, but yeah, I enjoyed this movie. Pretty cool. Let me just put that right there. Okay, this was a funny little indie horror comedy. Didn't mind this one at all. Amigo Undead. Yeah, I dug this one. No blind buy. Just digging around Amazon, or it was suggested to me. One of those deals. Pretty cool. Zomedy, I guess you could say. Put that right there. And then okay, now we're kicking off into the Amityvilles now. This is the original 70s classic, the Amityville Horror. Beautiful 4K edition by, is this Vinegar Syndrome? Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome. They released so much I can't even remember who's putting out what. Gotta have it. Gotta have the Amityville Horror. Just a staple in your horror collection for sure. So, good stuff. And that's the top row. Okay, and we're only at 9 minutes, so I am going to continue on. No worries. Going to continue on. You just got to have patience with me. Let me put that back, and then let's start on the second row. So, all right, stepping down. Oh, I almost knocked my ghoulie over. Okay, let me just get situated. Okay. The challenges. And even though we're on the second row, I still need a step stool. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, we're back. All right, really awesome triple pack here. I don't really, kind of hard to call this a box set. I guess you could call it a box set. I call these, they get to a certain size and only a amount of movies, I just call these packs. From Screen Factory, real cool Amityville pack, Amityville trilogy. Again, you got the Amityville horror, and then Amityville 2 is awesome. Hopefully I'm not covering up the speaker here, you guys can hear me. Amityville 3D, which is amazing, one of my favorite Amityville sequels ever. Love Amityville 3D. Just a blast, a lot of fun with the special effects and whatnot. Gotta have it. Really cool pack, love it. I'll never see myself ever getting rid of this. I just love the overall design and think Screen Factory did just an overall great job on this. So, really cool. All right, and then just this another amazing Amityville box set. Again, thanks to Vinegar Syndrome. You have Amityville. I don't remember that one. Is that the one that's been lost on like VHS forever? Or wait a minute, it actually starts here. Sorry about that. Amityville: The Evil Escapes, I believe, or no, it's the new generation that finally gets a nice collector's edition. Finally. So, Amityville 1992, that is my all-time favorite Amityville movie. I love 1992. I sometimes go back and forth with 92 or Amityville 3D, but oh my god, It's About Time is an amazing movie, just on its own, really. Sometimes I wish it was just called It's About Time and not be... anyway, I'm rambling. This box set is amazing. Gotta have the Amityville... the Cursed Collection, what they call it. All right, so let me put that back right there. And yeah, it's fun. And Dollhouse is a lot of fun too. Love Amityville Dollhouse. New generation. It's okay. I'm just glad to see that get rescued, even though it's not the best of the sequels, but pretty cool. Amityville, or is it this one? Is it this one that I'm getting confused with? Or is it a new gen? I don't know. Some of these just never had proper releases. So, Amityville: The Curse, or Amityville Curse. Yeah, it's this one I was thinking of, because I remember this original cover art that's been sort of newly commissioned and repainted and drawn. Looks amazing edition. So yeah, I need to get around to checking this edition out. So cool. It's cool that all these Amityville movies have been treated really well for us collectors. And then you have, kind of spoofing on the original by Riff Tracks, the Amityville: The Evil Escapes live from Riff Tracks. I try and collect all these Riff Track editions. I enjoy it. I like the Riff Track guys. Make me laugh. So good stuff. I just put that by the Amityville section naturally. This one is Amityville Horror, the remake. I dug the remake. I didn't mind this. This was not bad. This is probably one of my oldest Blu-rays to come out for this movie. I need to check and see if this has had any other releases since then. But yeah, Amityville, it was just like, when did this come out? 04? 05. I knew it had some years to it. Right? Yeah, 05. Wow, early 2K. This one was surprisingly really done really well. Amityville: The Awakening. And I was impressed. Finally, a recent Amityville movie that actually did a really good job. So, another one I'm glad I took a chance on. All right, and then and then now we go to the Amityville Haunting, which looks cool. I mean, I dig the overall cover art, but I have yet to watch this. The family did not survive, but the recording did. So it's a found footage style Amityville movie. It could be good. I just haven't watched this yet. It's released by the Asylum. I don't know how old this one is. It's a short runtime. It's only 85 minutes. From 2011. So yeah, this one's already got some years to it, but I have not seen this yet. I need to get around it. I got this strictly for Amityville in space. This was a lot of fun. I have yet to check out Amityville in the Hood. I'm sure that'll have its laugh out loud moments as well. But yep, double feature here, released by Wild Eye. All right, and next one, and not that I'm trying to collect everything Amityville. This is just what I happen to have. What's caught my eye. So next one is the Amityville Murders. Oh man, this edition looks really cool. Yeah, this is one that I need to get around to checking. Have not watched this yet. The trailer looked kind of cool, so, and then just a well done, awesome looking cover art pulled me in as well. So yeah, I need to get around to watching this one. The Amityville Murders, based on, of course, right? Based on the true events. So hell lives here. All right. And now we're kind of starting to get out of the Amityville stuff here, just about. We have Amityville Vibrator, fully charged edition. That's hilarious. Where did I get this one? I think I maybe got this off of from the makers. I think they had their own eBay store at one point. So I think that's ordered through their eBay store before at some point. I don't remember when. Okay. So we're done with the Amityville stuff for now. Among the Living, this is really cool. Another first time watch for me, thanks to Kino. So I dug it. Really gritty, early stuff here. Is this 30s? No, 1941. That's close. It's old school stuff. Among the Living. I have not checked this out yet though, but I've heard a lot of good things. Don't run, don't scream, don't bleed. Among the Living. Another infection zombie theme movie from Epic Pictures. I have a few of their editions. Cool. Among Us, this one was okay. I think this is another Bigfoot slash, let's see. No, supernatural thriller movie. I thought it was another one of those Sasquatch movies I usually go after. But Among Us, I don't remember that one. Amsterdam, oh, thank you, Blue Underground. This is one this is a big time upgrade from the old DVD that I've had for years. Love this weird slasher movie, but done really well in my humble opinion. I'm a big fan of the director, Dick Moss. But yeah, love Amsterdam. I think it's really well done slasher movie. And just, I like how the killer is dressed and how he goes about killing throughout, is it Paris? He uses their canal system, underwater slasher. Love, yeah, Amsterdam, good stuff. So, yeah, I remember when this got announced, I was just like jumping for joy, for sure. Oh, this is a good one. Next up is Amusement. This is pretty cool. I dig this one. This one really does need a better collector's edition. Maybe someday they'll get like a really nice collector's edition. But this is my favorite segment in this horror anthology. It's super creepy. Amusement. This was another one of those like gems, those hidden gems that you discover. You know. Yeah, glad to shelf worthy for sure. Okay. Let's see. Next is early George A. Romero movie. I've never even known about this movie until it was released by Shudder. The Amusement Park, very bizarre movie and creepy. Just shows what a genius he was. Yeah, awesome stuff. Again, this is another one from Shudder in conjunction with RLJE Films. Good stuff. Gotta have an Amusement Park. Almost tempted to have this next to like just have like a George A. Romero section, but it's just easier to find things if I have it in ABC order. Okay, Anaconda. I like Anaconda. I'm a big fan of it. I remember going to the theaters to see this movie and just had a blast. It was me and a couple friends went to go see Anaconda on like a Friday night and just had a blast with it. Love this movie. And I'm a fan of the sequels as well. Well, not all of them, but I do remember enjoying part 2, and part 3 was okay. But yeah, big fan of Anaconda. Love Anaconda. Good stuff. Good stuff. Some of the CGI still kind of holds up. It's not all that bad. Sort of the quick moments. I think they've done really well. And it's got some practical. They did use practical effects for the movie, thankfully. Anyway, I'm rambling. Whew, this was a wild movie by a label that I'm a big fan of. Error 4444. Somewhat. I remember they told us what that means, but I don't remember. But another cool label putting out these obscure Asian films. This one's Anatomia Extinction. And this was a really wild watch. I enjoyed it. And glad to have a really nice copy of it. So, yeah, I think that's an easy one to recommend. But definitely keep your eye on this label if you're not already. They're putting out some they're doing some fun things for sure. Oh, here is a movie that I am a huge fan of, Anatomy. Made in 2000, right at 2000, right after 1999. I remember this when it came out. And part 2 is okay, but the first one, man, big fan of Anatomy. And one of those actually had on VHS back then. I wish it had its original cover art, but good stuff. She's like a student I can't remember. She's becoming a student for trying to become a surgeon or what, but like it's a murder mystery, serial killer themed. She's trying to figure out what's going on with people getting killed left and right, and what happens to the victims is crazy. Anyway, Anatomy, good stuff. Part 2 I've only seen once, and I barely remember it, so I do need to revisit this one. Anyway, I'm rambling. Try not to. I'm trying to... All right, moving on. All right, man, I remember trying to get into this. It's a TV show called Ancient Aliens. This is the best of. Yeah, on the History Channel. I like UFO documentaries as much as the next guy, but I swear when I try to watch this Ancient Aliens on TV, it just puts me to sleep. Just absolute snooze fest. And it's bonkers. It really is. They really go out there with their beliefs on what all the aliens are responsible for. It's crazy. But yeah, Ancient Aliens is the best of. I'm good with this. I have a friend / neighbor who's a big fan of the show, and he makes me laugh because he puts this on TV all the time just to annoy his wife. His wife can't stand it when he starts watching the show. Anyway, I tried to watch, I don't forget how many seasons they're up to, but it's a show that's been around for forever, and it just, I fall asleep to it. I just can't. It's hard for me to get through Ancient Aliens. The Andromeda Strain, this is another classic. I still keep my older Blu-ray edition, but since I don't have all the shelf space in the world, I just keep this really nice collector's edition from Arrow on the shelf, because that's really all you need. I mean, when this came out, you just do away with the old, I think it was Warner Brothers that first released it on the Blu-ray. But yeah, this is another movie I've went after quite a few times over the years. Good stuff, good paranoia, dangerous germ themed movie. Virus. Oh, good stuff here. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I just love. I can't say I love all these movies I have, but most of this stuff is just bona fide classics or gems in my book, and this is a classic. And Soon the Darkness, the original, good stuff. And yes, I do have the remake because I got curious, and this was pretty cheap, so and it was okay, but nothing like the 70s version there. And Soon the Darkness is an okay newer thriller remake of that one. So, all right. And then there were none. Classic stuff, classic 10 Little Indians stuff here. Gotta have it. This is VCI. Decent edition. I think this is one that people are wanting to see get re-released and onto a better edition. I would like to too, because we all know that VCI isn't the best label out there, but I'm grateful for them. You know, I have a lot of VCI collector's editions that I'm grateful to have. So anyway, I'm rambling again. Let's just go on, Thomas. This is a good gritty thriller. Angel. I love this movie. Good stuff. So gotta have Angel on the shelf. And yeah, released by Antichrist Syndrome. So Angel, gotta have that one. And then next after that is Angel Face. This was another blind buy that I'm glad I took a chance on. This was released by Warner Brothers. This is another one from the 40s. Or no, well, 1952, just out of the 40s. Good stuff. Good crazy woman thriller movie. Angel Face. An Angel for Satan. Another Barbara Steele classic that you gotta have. Thanks to Severin. Good stuff. Again, I'm sounding like a broken record. Forgive me on that. Let me scoot my steps still a little further down. Okay. Left off on An Angel for Satan. I think it goes by something else, but I don't remember. Another classic from the 90s, Angel Heart. Is this 80s or not? I think this was from the 90s. Mid-90s, I want to say. When was this movie made? That's another one I grew up to. Whoa, am I way off? I am way off. I was thinking mid-90s. No, 1987. Anyway, really nice edition. Angel Heart. Gotta have it. Mickey Rourke. Wow, I didn't realize this was actually in the 80s. I'd seen it a lot during the through the 90s, so that's why I thought that was in. That's why I had it in my head. I thought that was from the 90s. Angel of Death, Jess Franco's Angel of Death. Those darn Nazis are at it again. The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. Just got this in maybe a month or two. I've yet to watch this one. I am interested in checking this out because it does look awesome. So that's that one. Here's one you gotta have. Gotta have on your shelf. The Angry Red Planet. Love the Angry Red Planet. Good stuff from Scream Factory. Oh man. Thanks to Cult Epics. This was my first time actually seeing this movie. It's one I had been curious about for years and I'd always wanted to watch it. And I'm just glad it has an accessible, nice collector's edition that you can get your hands on. But yeah, this movie is amazing. Very disturbing. The guy is definitely off his rocker. This is one of the best serial killer movies ever. I'm trying to remember if this is actually based. Yeah, it's based on a true story. That's right. Yeah, from what I remember, I thought it was. But yeah, very disturbing stuff, especially what he does throughout the other guy's house. And it just seems very realistic. I put this up next to our better, right there next to Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and movies of that ilk. I think this is it's very convincing. It's done. It's slightly above, in my humble opinion, slightly above a Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I just felt it a little bit more disturbing than Henry. But both are classics in my book. But Angst, good stuff. I think this is German, right? I don't remember. Animal, I enjoyed this one. I only watched it once, and that's when this Blu-ray, right when I got this Blu-ray. Great practical effects. I love the look of the creatures. Yeah, this reminds me, I agree, this reminds me of Feast. Just because of the design. But this is a well-done monster movie. Good stuff. Animal. Yeah, shelf-worthy. Okay, getting into the Annabelles, we got the Annabelle, the first one, which I dug. Yeah, guys, I like the Conjuring movies. I find them entertaining. Fan of Insidious franchise. They're not all bangers, but I've had fun for the most part in each one of these. Annabelle Creation, gotta have that. I'm honestly shocked that these haven't gotten a, not that I'm in a rush or anything, but as popular as these movies are, I am amazed that these aren't like 4K by now. Annabelle Comes Home, and I remember very little on Comes Home, so I need to revisit that at some point. Here's one of my favorites to come out in recent years. This is probably a couple years old now. Annihilation. Beautiful, well done movie. there's some scenes in this movie that are just nightmarish for sure. Love this movie. Annihilation. Good stuff. Alright, next is another. I'm a fan of this one. Completely new to me. So yeah, big fan of this one as well. And I do like the live action one. As I thought they did a really good job as well. And that is, I think I have it. Yeah, I rented it and then watched it. Yeah, good stuff. Big fan. Another, the live action version. And after that is Antebellum. I hate when they put backwards letters. That just throws me off. Antebellum, yeah. Only seen this one once. I dug it. Another one I need to revisit at some point. It was a blind buy. So cool. Getting on 30 minutes here. I'll go a little longer. Okay, I love this pack. This is one of my favorites. Thank you, Sovereign. Anthropophagus the Beast. What does that say? Watch it if you dare. Okay, I can barely read that. But cool, you've got Absurd packed in there with Anthropophagus. Good stuff. Oh, I love that Severin did this original UK art. I've always been a fan of this UK art. It's just very striking. The blues and everything, the blues and the reds, and just an image of that crazy medieval style axe. Good stuff. Big fan. Gotta have some Anthropophagus on your shelf somewhere. And then this one was pretty wild. I'm glad I took a chance on this one because it was a blind buy, and just simply because of the title of it. Anthropophagus 2, and then I'm not that familiar with this director. Maybe he's up and coming. But yeah, I dug this one. Good practical effects. I love the way the killer looks. It runs by it's a short run time, 81 minutes. So, and that's fine. That's perfect, actually. So, yeah, I dug it. Anthropophagus 2, good stuff. So definitely one of those. Definitely gonna keep an eye on. It does. All right, and then after that is Anti-Birth. This was pretty cool. Is this another? Yeah, Scream Factory. I thought it was one of the earlier IFC Midnight releases through Scream Factory. Good stuff. And then where do I want to stop? Okay. The Antichrist. One of those I'm finally happy to add into my horror collection because for the longest time this is just one of those movies I just didn't have. I think I ever had this one. Same artwork. Okay. Is this code red? I don't remember. No, it's Kino. Okay, Kino. I got a lot of Kino throughout here. Another great company. Antichrist. I want to say that goes by something else, but I don't remember. And then totally different movie, same title. Antichrist from Lars von Trier. I can't ever say his name right. Antichrist. This one was pretty messed up. It was okay. Not exactly my cup of tea, but it was all right. I gotta have it. It's disturbing enough. Yeah, I just had to have that in my horror collection. And then Antiviral, first one from Brandon. I think this is his first one. Brandon Cronenberg. So yeah, gross. Definitely body horror with these people obsessed with the famous and wanting to get their diseases injected into them. It's a crazy premise. Very Cronenbergian for sure, if that's a word. Oh, okay. I think this is a good one to kind of stop on for now. I'm a big fan of this movie. It is depressing. It's gritty, depressing, dreary. Not an ounce of humor in this. Very serious. Ugly. I mean that as a compliment when I say ugly. Just an ugly, depressing movie. One of the ugliest monster movies ever. And that is Antlers. Oh, happy I saw this in theaters. Proud to say I actually went to theaters to see this, because this is just one of my all-time favorites ever. Yeah, that is a horror film for sure. Something that this could have been made in the 80s. Not that they were going for that kind of look or anything. It's not. It doesn't look like it's... no, I don't mean to say it's got a retro. I'm rambling. Anyway, Antlers. I love this movie. I love Antlers. Okay, so I think that's a good one to stop on. Thanks, guys, for your time. I appreciate it. Glad you guys are digging this. It is fun to make. It's mostly fun to go through here, so... All right, later. Take it easy, guys.